Hello everyone, welcome to Littleton Common. I'm Barbara McRae. It seems that lately any news is bad news. There are a lot of cranky or just plain mean people out there. But I want to start out this show with good news. Honesty is not dead, folks. My husband and I had an instance recently that boosted our faith in mankind. We had the fence in our yard replaced. Alan wrote the huge check and gave it to the contractor. The contractor was leaving and he backed into Alan's car, causing some damage. When he got out of the truck to inspect the car, he must have dropped the check. Later in the day, some people walking on our street came to our door to tell us they had found the check on the road. See, good news. There are still honest people. And thank you to those people for finding and returning the contractor's hard-earned money to us. So I'm passing it on and will make sure I do a good deed to continue the favor. Good deeds are all around us, and one is a donation which allows you seniors to get your senior broadcaster in the mail for the next year. Janice Nowicki will tell you all about that and what you can look for in the broadcaster for May. Hello, Janice.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to May. We have lots of great things going on that I'd like to personally invite you to attend. But first, I would like to send out a couple of very big thank yous. First, the newsletter, the broadcaster. We were in a situation where we were looking at not being able to afford to mail them out to everybody in the community like we've been able to do the last year. And we had two folks, Dick and Ann Peralt, step forward and make an extremely generous donation so the broadcaster will continue to be delivered. So we thank you on behalf of the Council on Aging and our Friends group. I know Barbara has mentioned this too. This is great community spirit, and without folks like Dick and Ann, we really couldn't do the programs and some of the things that we do. So a big thank you. And I'd also like to thank the folks at Donlands Market. I don't think people, actually I take that back. A lot of people in the community really do know what they do. But I'd like to share with you some of the things that they do for the Council on Aging. They actually 3 days a week donate food for us to bring to local spots around town where our seniors live. And it could be a bread item, it can be packages of cookies, cupcakes, great food for folks. And that's just very, very generous on their part. And I can tell you that any event I've had, any time I've had a real need, I know they're the go-to people, and we really do thank them. And I just want the community to be aware of how lucky you are to have a local market like this. May is Older Americans Month, and the theme is Never Too Old to Play. This is really an opportunity for us to appreciate the older adults in our community. This was started back in 1963. Communities across the nation joined kind of in a celebration of our older Americans, kind of sometimes the forgotten population. It's a proud tradition that the nation shows its commitment, celebrating the older Americans. So again, the theme is Never Too Old to Play. So this month, I've kind of tried to come up with a few ideas and some different things for you to attend. If you haven't joined us, please, we'd like to invite you to come. Tuesday on May 1st, we're going to, at 1 o'clock, be working out in the courtyard. It is May Day. We're going to do some cleaning up, planting some flowers, and may even make some May baskets. For lunch that Thursday on May 3rd at noon, we're going to do a Cinco de Mayo celebration, and that celebrates Mexican heritage, and we're going to have tacos that day. So if you'd like to join us, please call and make your reservation. On Friday, May 4th at 11, the lunch ladies and gentlemen group, we're going to meet over at Bickford's Family Restaurant in Acton at 11 o'clock, so you can have either a late breakfast or an early lunch. If you haven't attended one of these luncheons, we try to hit different places within the area. And we're always looking for new suggestions. So if you have a restaurant that you would like to try and would like to come join our group, please let us know. But it's a wonderful group of people that just, we get out and we have a good time. You know, go have lunch for an hour, breakfast, whatever on that day. So please feel free to join us. We have a special event planned for Tuesday, May 8th at 1 o'clock. It will be our Mother's Day tea. Being a mom myself of 2 boys, it's a very special day, and having a mom that's actually moving to my town, which I'm very excited about. Moms are very, very special. We're going to have Gershwin music by Diane Dexter. She's been here a couple times before, and she is very, very talented, and I think you'll enjoy it. On Tuesday, May 15th, from 11:30 to 12:30, we're going to be baking chocolate chip cookies. It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, or Chocolate Chip Day. We're adding the cookies in there. So those of you that come for the exercise group, you'll have that lovely aroma coming through, so maybe you exercise a little harder and then you can come have a cookie. On Tuesday, May 15th at 3 o'clock, we're going to meet down at the Historical Society. They're having a vintage toy exhibit, and some of the things are just really fascinating, and they'll bring back maybe some fond memories for you. Dolls, trucks, trains, books, and there's a dollhouse down there too. So I would encourage you to come. If you've never been to the Historical Society, I have not been there yet either. I'm really looking forward to this. It's supposed to be quite a special place. On May 16th at 11 o'clock, we're going to be having a guest speaker. May is Better Hearing and Speech Month. Home Instead Senior Care is pleased to bring in for us Lisa Turbot, who is a hearing instrument specialist. She's going to discuss nerve damage and hearing loss. Very, very important subject. If you find yourself not hearing folks, going kind of, huh, what? Can you repeat that? Maybe you need to come and hear this topic. I'm very, very excited about this next program. On Monday, May 21st at 1 o'clock, there are 2 sisters from the Rochdale-Leicester area that have written a cookbook called Two Sisters and the Silver Spoon Cookbook. And in conjunction with the the library here and their Littleton Reads program, we have the authors of this cookbook, the 2 sisters, coming in, and Kathy and Nancy, and they're going to talk about process of transforming foods into more nutritious, how you are able to retain the flavor and the color and all that good stuff. And the cookbooks will be available for purchase as well. On Thursday, May 24th, we're going to have a lunch. We're going to have our Americana Day, a little early Memorial Day celebration with hamburgers and hot dogs. This will be $3 for lunch for folks, but we'd like to invite all of our veterans to come. Lunch will be on us that day, so it's free for veterans. Please come in and join us and wear your red, white, and blue. On Thursday, May 31st at 12:45, we have Michelle from the Registry of Motor Vehicles coming in to do her program on Road Scholar. It's a free workshop that covers new rules of the road, new laws, regulations, and some safe driving tips that I think we all could kind of learn from. And I think that's about it for the month of May. As usual, there will be different events that I kind of come up with and that we spur of the moment decide we're going to do. We like to have a good time around here and just celebrate life. So please join us. Thank you.
I have to give Janice Nowicki a huge hug for all the programs she is sponsoring at the Council on Aging. She has been an active part in all the programs, and I want to thank her for her hard work. We are into May already, although I think Mother Nature is having a hard time deciding what to do. With or without good or bad weather, here is what is happening this month. First, of course, in May is May Day. The annual town meeting, May 7th. Vote for your favorite candidate on May 12th. Mother's Day, May 13th. Memorial Day, May 28th. All of that this month. There will be a lot of activity going on here in Littleton, and we want to share that information with you. Don't forget to go to town meeting. That's on May 7th. This is something special, and there's always something to debate or vote on. And your voice or vote won't get heard unless you participate. Why don't you tape your favorite shows and watch them later, but come to town meeting. Then on Saturday, the 12th, make sure you are at the middle school to vote for your favorite candidate. There is the Board of Selectmen, the Light Commissioner, Water Commissioner, School Committee, Planning Board, and a host of others. Do it, do it, do it. Do not waste your vote. More and more organizations will be seen on this show so that you will know what is happening all around you. I've said it before and I'll say it again and again. You do not need to stay home alone. There is plenty to do and always something you will enjoy. We're out and about looking for interesting subjects for this show. It's great fun for me to learn new things and meet new people and then share it with you. If you or someone you know has an interesting hobby or job or does something you think will be of interest to our viewers, then write to me at bjtrm@aol.com and let me know. This month I'm honored to have as my guest Hank Filippi Ryan, investigative reporter for Channel 7 News. And I hope you'll stay with us and enjoy the show. Gail Dalton, our diva from the diner, always enjoys having you drop into her space for lunch. Here she is with the specials for May. What's new, Gail?
Well, welcome May. We're in May now, so of course a lot of things are going on for the month of May here down at the Littleton Senior Diner. Of course, the COA is still running their lunches on Thursdays, $3. And I know we're going to kick off the month of May on May 3rd with the Cinco de Mayo, which is tacos and everything. So, and we'll probably have some other festive things going on. And I know we're definitely ending the Thursday with a kickoff of summer. We're going to have a cookout before Memorial Day weekend. And the 10th and the 17th, I think we're still trying to figure out what those lunches are going to be. But as soon as we know, we'll have them posted in the broadcaster. So if you could read your broadcaster, you'll know you can write it on your calendar at home. And then if you come down here to the site, we have a door here that has everything that's being listed for the month of May. And it'll let you know what lunch is on that Thursday, okay? Janice comes down and she puts everything up. And then I take things down after the date so everybody knows, you know, what's happening and everything's up to date. Let's see. The birthday lunch for May will be on May 9th. The COA, again, provides a beautiful cake. And Minuteman Senior Services, the company I work for, will provide the lunch for you. So please take advantage of it. It's a lot of fun. I have little decorative hats that people wear, and we embarrass the birthday people, so it's fun. And the ladies' breakfast will be May 10th. On a Thursday, and the men's breakfast will be May 16th, and we will be closed on May 28th due to Memorial Day. So I want everyone to come down. We'll be busy, and I'm sure there'll be other activities and movies and things like that going on. So make sure you read your broadcaster to find out what's happening for the month of May.
The Littleton Light Department hosted a great luncheon in April. We always enjoy that day, and you can tell by how many people attend. It's also another way for our community of seniors to get out and party with friends and often see someone they haven't seen in years. And thank you to Jim Donnelly, who photographed the event with some great shots. So smile when you see Jim so he can include your picture in our albums. Jim was also at the Council on Aging photographing grandparents with their grandchildren. But only a few of you took advantage of this opportunity. And it's too bad because the pictures were beautiful. Maybe we will try to do this again soon. Littleton will be celebrating its 300th anniversary in 2014, and plans are already in the works. The committee is looking for people to participate in any activity they choose. You can contact the committee at www.littleton300.org or email littleton300@gmail.com. In the next few months, Bob Spinozzi and I will be gathering information about everything you'll want to know about the 300th celebration. You'll see it all here on this station. And since the logo is apples, wouldn't it be nice to collect some apple recipes? If you have a recipe, mail it to me, Barbara McRae, at 14 Coughlin Road, Littleton, or email it to bjtrm@aol.com. And let's see how many I get. And maybe there'll be 300. Also, there may be a period fashion show. If you have a costume or would like to wear one in the show, you can contact me to let me know. We may have to make some, and we'll need a few seamstresses, so volunteer. We'll be glad to hear from you. And let's get ready sooner rather than later. The Historical Society is looking for vintage kitchen tools. The next exhibit will be starting June or July, and it's all about kitchens from the 1920s, the 30s, and 40s. If you have anything you can share for this exhibit, please call the Historical Society at 486-8202. And I'm sure they'll appreciate anything from the egg beaters to the kitchen sink. The Garden Club's annual plant sale will be held on Mother's Day, May 13th, on Littleton Common. The members plan this event for months, collecting plants from each other's gardens and donations from other local gardeners. There will be a variety of choices, so don't miss it. We thought we had a warm winter, and no one knows how hot it may get during the summer. Here's Littleton's interim fire chief, Steele McCurdy, to give us an idea on what to do to stay well. Steele?
Thanks, Barbara. I'm Steele McCurdy, the interim fire chief. Every year, the Littleton ambulance transports dozens of people to local hospitals for heat-related illnesses. Typically, the most common heat-related illness is dehydration. With the unusually warm spring and more summer temperatures on the way, heat-related illnesses are already on the rise for 2012. Residents can take some very simple steps to reduce their chances of heat illnesses. When warm temperatures arise, make an effort to stay indoors or in the shade during the warmest part of the day. This is generally between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Any outdoor work or exercise should be done in the early morning hours or late in the day when temperatures are lower. The best defense against dehydration is, of course, replenishment of fluids. Drink more fluids regardless of your activity level when temperatures begin to climb. Remember that fluids containing alcohol, caffeine, or high levels of sugar will actually cause you to become more dehydrated. Water mixed with sports drinks will provide a beneficial fluid and electrolyte replacement that your body needs during the strenuous activity. Some warning signs for dehydration and heat illness include fatigue, mild dizziness, and lightheadedness. These are all signs that your body needs a break and fluid replacement. If these conditions persist, you should contact your doctor because they could be a sign of another illness. If you or someone else experiences an absence of sweating, extremely rapid pulse, labored breathing, hallucinations, confusion, disorientation, or seizures, dial 911 immediately. These are all signs of potentially life-threatening effects of dehydration. Being prepared to deal with summertime heat will keep you healthy and safe so that you can enjoy the fun and excitement of summer.
Chris and Kevin will help to keep us up to date with activities from Park and Rec. So, what do you have for us this month?
Thank you, Barbara. I'm Kevin, this is Chris, and we're from Parks and Recreation. We have some things to tell you for this upcoming summer. We'll get started with Chris right here.
In community education, we have an excellent trip coming up to Beauty and the Beast. It's a Broadway show that they're going to be holding in Boston. That's on June 1st. Still have some excellent seats available, so call and register for that or come by and pick up the tickets. Kids Adventure, the brochure, will be in home April 23rd, so that should have already reached homes. If you haven't received it yet, please give us a call at 978-540-2490. We'll make sure to get one out to you, and it's also available online at www.littletonrec.com. And it's available at the library. Hello, Elmo.
All right, we also have some summer programs coming up. We're really excited about them. We have a new team program called TRACK. That's Teen Recreation Adventure Crew. I'm actually the director. My name's Kevin Ali, as I said earlier. We have a lot of field trips for this new program. We go on field trips Monday through Thursday on various trips. We got to go bowling. We're going to go to mini golf. We're going to go to movies. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Fridays, we're going to Long Lake right down the street. We're going to go boating, swimming, whatever the kids want to do. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Kevin, what grades is that for?
This is for just teens. So that'd be 12 to 15 years old, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Thank you, Chris, for mentioning that.
Of course.
We also have Camp Tehadawon coming up. Most of you know about Camp Tehadawon. It's been a success in the past years. We're also very excited about that. Registration deadline for the discount has been moved to April 30th at 12 o'clock, okay? Now, Camp T, we go on field trips every Friday. The kids have a lot of fun. During the week, we learn about sports, science, art, music, and we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of new faces, and we can't wait. We also have junior guards coming up. We still available just register early and learn skills on how to be a lifeguard, how to properly swim, all that type of stuff. And the kids really have a good time, and that's just for our teens as well. We also have driver's ed for all the new teen drivers getting ready for the summer to get their license and their permits. The next session is going to be coming up in June, and that is a week-long program that starts June 25th and goes till the 29th. That's an all-day thing, so it's going to be early from 8 to 3. We also have August sessions, and that's also a week-long, same time, and that is from August 13th to August 17th.
Excellent. Also in Community Ed, we have some excellent new classes coming up, some coming back, some brand new. We have a garden ornaments class, a hypertufa planter class, as well as a garden leaf bird bath class. Those are all excellent if you're trying to bolster your garden that you have from last year now that the leaves are starting to come out after these April showers, spring May flowers. In fitness, we have our popular classes yoga, Zumba, Pilates, and boot camp all coming back this summer for several sessions, all different days, different times. So if you're interested, give us a call. And a new class, which we're really, really excited about, direct selling. It's an informative class that you can come into. You can learn what it takes to be a seller for organizations like chocolate companies, people that sell different types of Tupperware, that kind of thing, like those parties that you hear about. You can find out how to become a seller, and you don't have to feel the pressure of actually becoming one that day. It's just the information. So that's going to be held Tuesday, May 22nd. And definitely come and check that out. All the information is available on our brochure, which is available online and available in our office. Our website is www.littletonrec.com, and our phone number is 978-540-2490. And just as a final reminder, tennis for adults and children starts May 6th, so make sure to get your registrations in for that.
Indian Hill is another place with terrific programs. Evan Thea is waiting to tell you all about them. Evan Thea?
Thank you, Barbara. It's May, and music galore over here at Indian Hill, as always. We have a percussion recital beginning the month on May 1st, Tuesday, May 1st at 7 p.m. It's a free percussion recital, our students performing on a variety of instruments. And it's a free concert, but we're taking donations for the Indian Hill Music School Scholarship Fund on that evening. So Tuesday, May 1, come down and hear some great percussion. Then we've got a voice soiree on Friday, May 11th at 7:30 p.m. And that's when our voice students come together and perform all kinds of different music. And again, Friday, May 11th, 7:30. Admission is $5 donation at the door for that one. Our wonderful Box Lunch faculty concert series continues on Thursday, May 17th with 2 shows, one at 11 and one at 1:30 p.m. And this month it will be a classical program by pianist Judith Ernst, and that'll be fabulous. May 17th, 2 shows. Find out more at 486-9524 or online at indianhillmusic.org. The month continues with the Honors String Recital. And this is a group of select string students who will come together and perform on Friday, May 18th at 6 p.m. And that's a free concert. We have an open house for our youth choir that's going very well, and that is Sunday, May 20th at 3 p.m. So if you have a child that likes to sing, come on down and check it out on Sunday, May 20th, 3 p.m., and that's free. It's called Cantori Tutti, and they sing in all kinds of different music and learn how to sing well. So it's an open house for the youth choir. Learn more, 486-9524. And you can also sign up for summer music programs here at the music school. We've got multi-week programs including musical theater. We have a chamber music program for adults. We have a piano week. We have a young artists festival, and plus there are early childhood music classes and private lessons. So check it all out, indianhillmusic.org, and we'd love to see you here at Indian Hill.
John Borowski wants to see you all at the Memorial Day Parade on May 28th. Call John if you're a veteran and you would like to march or ride in the parade. Show your support for our troops. They are supporting you by serving our country. And if you like uniforms and a parade, Patriots Day had both. The Boxborough Minutemen were there to help Littleton celebrate. If you didn't come to the celebration, you missed out, but try to be there next year on April 19th. The thrift shop sale was a success, and we are open for business. It was out with the old and in with the new, which is what we do every season. Summer clothes are now in, and many of you know that means a very nice selection and a lot to choose from. Get in early and stay late. Take your time to look around. You might find a hidden treasure. The volunteers want you to dress for success. Which leads us to next month's show with guest Kim Todd, Executive Director of Dress for Success, a nonprofit organization you'll want to hear more about. But now, join me for this month's guest, Hank Philippi Ryan. Today it is my pleasure to welcome Hank Philippi Ryan, investigative reporter for WHDH Television Channel 7. We all know her as the go-to person on Channel 7, The Real Deal, and that's been since 1994. When there is a problem with the state government or other local agencies, she is there to correct a wrong. But most of us did not realize that she is also a best-selling author of Boston-based mysteries. We knew Ms. Ryan would be in Littleton at the Rubin Horror Library to promote her latest in a series of mystery novels and thought it would be a great idea to invite her to our studio. And thank you so much for sharing some time with us.
Thank you, Barbara, for inviting me. This is great. You have a wonderful set. This is just terrific.
Yeah, we love doing it too. Now, I know you're here to promote your book, but I know that some of the viewers might be interested in hearing why you chose journalism and investigative reporting, but I want to tell you that I have been in awe of your bravery when I watch you knocking on those doors.
Well, you know, it's interesting because the bravery element comes together when you know your story, when you've done your homework, when you know your stuff, and you know that when you're going to confront someone, that you know what you're talking about. You know, I do a lot of homework and a lot of research and a lot of studying, so that when I'm knocking on somebody's door or sitting in somebody's office across from someone who doesn't exactly want me to be there, that I know exactly what I want to ask, and I know exactly what I want to know. And one of the keys is that I'm truly eager to hear what that person says. My mind is truly open to hear what they say. I don't have a list of questions that I'm going to ask 1, 2, 3 in a row. I'm there to elicit a real response. And so when I knock on someone's door, I mean, there's two elements of it. One is, yeah, you know, I want to find out the answer. Something wrong has happened, something unfair has happened, and I want to get to the bottom of it. I also tell my photographer, if somebody punches me, just keep rolling. Because, I mean, how silly is it to, you know, hit a reporter because there's a photographer right there. You're going to get it on tape. You're going to get caught.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, am I afraid? I'm prepared. You know, and that when you're prepared, that takes away the fear.
Well, I'm glad to hear this. Now I'll feel better when I see something like that. But we could spend hours on your awards, all the awards you've gotten for journalism.
Oh my goodness, well that's what happens when you're around for a long time. You know, I've been a television reporter since 1975.
Oh gosh.
And so I love it. You know, every day I go to the office, and when you're a reporter, well you know this, Barbara, you just don't know what's going to happen. You know, you walk in the front door of the station and anything could happen. And that's part of the excitement and part of the fun and part of the joy of learning something new every day.
Well, this is true.
And you know, you were about my awards. I have 27 Emmys, and that is unbelievable. But I love the newest one as much as I loved the first one. You know, every one of those Emmys is a secret. You know, means a secret that someone didn't want you to know, something that someone didn't want me to find out. And that's what those statues mean to me. You know, that's the image of a successful story.
Well, you've gotten awards also for your novels.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I'm the poster child for following your dreams at mid-career. You know, I started writing mysteries at age 55.
Oh.
You know, so, and that was 7 years ago. And so I have a wonderful life as a television reporter. It's incomparable, it's great, it's terrific, and I wouldn't change it. And I've just signed a new 3-year contract with Channel 7, so I'll be around for a while.
Well, good.
But, you know, I've always wanted to write mysteries, and one day I just had a good idea, and the moment, you know, when you have a good idea, and you think, oh my gosh, ding, 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 this is it, you know, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with writing this book.
Wow.
And it won the Agatha Primetime. I have to say the name. The first book is Primetime. It won the Agatha for Best First Mystery, and I've since written 3 more in the 4-part series about the investigative reporter Charlotte McNally.
Yeah, I noticed. I do want to say one thing. I want to give you an award for all the awards that you've gotten.
That's great.
But with Charlotte McNally, or Charlie, how much is she going to be in all of your novels, and how much of Hank is Charlie?
Oh, I see you asking the tough questions. This is the one, you know, you told me you were prepared. You were right. It's interesting. Charlotte McNally is 46 years old. I made her younger than I am because I'm the author and I can do whatever I want. She's smart, she's successful, she's savvy, but she's married to her job in television. And she begins to wonder what will happen when the camera doesn't love her anymore. You know, and she's worried she'll be a media old maid. Did I come up with that out of thin air? You know, well, I'm happily married. So, yes and no. I mean, I know what it's like to be a woman in a job where youth and beauty is often very desirable. And sometimes when experience is not what's valued. Some of it, you know, it'd be silly for, I've been a television reporter for such a long time, it'd be silly for me not to put that in the books. Now, the new book, which is called The Other Woman, is the beginning of a brand new series. I'm so excited about that, and I know we'll talk about that. But the main character in this book is also a television reporter who decides to go to work for a newspaper instead. Her name is Jane Ryland. She's 33. She's very different. She's not me and she's not Charlie. She's Jane, a wonderful, sensitive, strong, tough, but a little bit vulnerable woman at a different time in her life. She's, you know, think about your life at 33, your life at 46, your life at 55, your life at 62. That's a very different thing to mine.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to do in The Other Woman.
Oh, well, this sounds very exciting.
Well, The Other Woman is The Good Wife meets Law and Order. And that's what that is. It's kind of an election year thriller. So if anybody likes those 2 shows, they will love this book.
Well, good. You know, we're going to give a list of the books that you have written.
Thank you.
And it's like so many. I mean, really, if there's 4 or 5, there's so many. And I mean, where do you get your ideas? And we know now where you get your ideas, but I was going to ask you if you ever sleep, because I was looking at all this stuff, and you are a busy lady.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where if there's something that you want to do, you find the time to do it. When I was working on my first book, I got halfway through and I realized that I kind of didn't know how to write a mystery because initially I thought, you know, how hard can this be? And early on I found out it's really difficult. So, and here's my point, I promise there is one. I called my mom and I said, you know, I just don't know if I can finish this. And she said, you will if you want to. And I just thought, there it is. And with every element of our lives, you know, you decide you want to do something and you do it. You know you do if you want to. And yes, I have a full-time job as a reporter and a full-time job as an author and a full-time job as a wife and grandmother. But I want to do this. This is my one life. And well, you know, you're the poster child for this as well.
Well, I'm one of those poster children. I really haven't had a job in many years. My husband was in the military, and so we moved a lot. But I feel like I've had career changes as a volunteer.
Yes,
and
of
I've learned so much and do so many things that I enjoy, and I can understand enjoying what you're doing.
When you enter a new world and you meet new people and you see what different people care about
Yep.
and what their goals are, you see how much more there is. Your life isn't just what we don't choose the one thing and then do that forever.
No, I hope not.
Exactly.
I hope not. And I hope other people hear that, because that's an important thing. So, I am going to make a confession. My husband reads 4 to 5 books at a time. Okay. I only read when we're taking a trip someplace and we're on a plane, and then I, get a book and I read it. But looking at your reviews, I am going to get every single book and I'm going to read them from beginning to end.
Barbara, you'll love them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about a grown-up, competent woman. She's fun, she's funny, she knows what she's doing. They're set in Boston and New England, so you'll recognize the Mass Pike and you'll recognize that, what used to be the roundabout to Truro. I mean, you have seen these places, and so you're going to be there with Charlotte McNally. Also, in The Other Woman is set in Boston and New England as well. So the environment is very familiar. So it's especially fun for people from around here to read my books, because it's places that we've been.
Well, I'm glad, and I do intend to read them. And what I want to do is thank you again so much for coming and being here with us today.
I truly enjoyed it. Whenever you'd like, I would adore to come back.
Well, good, thank you. And I want to say to you, get to the library, get to the bookstore, but get Hank Philippi Ryan's newest book, or like me, start from the beginning. So until next time, don't forget to hug a senior.
Most of you know about Camp Tehadawon. Registration deadline.
Oh God, Kate. Sorry. All right, we're gonna stop the Elmos for a minute here.
All right, Elmo, you just
I'm
ruined
gonna
it.
hold off on those for a minute.
You make sure I can't have an audience. I don't want people watching me.
How about this, you guys? Go up there.
Oh, behind the curtain, out of sight, out of mind. Now this is going to be on the bloopers part of it, right? Thank you, Mark.
When warm temperatures arise, make sure, oh man. Barbara's laughing at me, can you hear her? Remember that fluids contain oh boy. I was feeling it on that one too. Every year, the Littleton ambulance transports dozens of people. Oh, boy, see, I told you, not even the first sentence on this one. When warm temperatures.
Don't worry about it.
I'm Hank Philippi Ryan. Whenever I'm in Littleton, I love to watch Littleton Community Television.